Hey, how you doing? JimmyVoid Sit Down Talking Truth. I got some good friends of mine here. They came by to visit. They're actually riding their motorcycles and Harley Davidsons, right?
That's it, baby.
That's only the best. That's it. We're gonna take a walk over there and look at the bikes in a little bit. But these guys they were instrumental in my graff career coming back into life, right?
Yeah.
Mark, Tore, TFS crew, and Tore and Bem, KTC. These are OG guys from graff. Mark he's ridiculous. He used to come into my store, right? Back in the days, my candy store when I was doing my thing and bombing like crazy. And then these guys took over, and now he does burners, he does crazy pieces, and Bem, same thing. But he was in the train game for a little while. You came in at the end, right?
Yeah,
you handling reds and stuff, right?
Yeah, after
right.
the trains.
So TFS crew, KTC, and what's the other one?
TFP, baby.
TFP, right? That's K2's crew, right?
K2, yeah.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
Yes, sir.
OG K2. If anybody that doesn't know, Star Wars, he was in Star Wars, and you guys became real tight for a little while, right?
We did. I had the pleasure and the honor of being his friend for a little while. Unfortunately, right before he passed away, we were painting a lot together. We were hanging out a lot together. Just going nuts and painting walls like every weekend for a while there. He was giving me pointers. I'm still a toy.
What's his line?
Case? Oh, he had so many of them.
Star Wars. Star Wars was a graffiti documentary.
King of Style.
And he said, Sonny. He said, Sonny.
He was like, he was asking, some dude was asking if he could have done that. And he was like, well, I ain't no Sonny now. He had, we were talking a little bit before the camera turned on. And, we were talking about how, all of our influences and how Subway, Star Wars was so influential on a lot of our parts, and how as kids we recited those lines. It didn't matter who it was, whether it was Scene, telling Dust that nah, ain't no way I'm putting in that in there, Nicky.
Right.
Bitch,
do that.
Yes, all that. We would say that stuff as kids all the time.
Oh, we're gonna make it boom, Nicky.
Yeah. Or like with Cap, Cap MPC going, more, not the biggest, not the beautifulest, but more.
And we have so much connections between us as far as tattoos. I don't have no motorcycle, but I went to Sturgis this year because I went to Mount Rushmore. Nice. Very patriotic. I got tattoos like crazy. Everybody's covered. We got a brace, R.I.P. That's brand new ink, right?
Yeah, this is maybe 2 weeks old.
Who's your artist again?
I use shout out to Sag.
All right.
Sag's actually a graffiti writer.
Okay.
Sag is like what, the mid '90s, late '90s. Yeah. He went all city. Like hardcore with Joey Sems and a lot of those like Iraq kids. And he's got like such a beautiful throw up. He's got a throw up. Like a lot of these kids doing throw ups today, they're a bunch of like these crisscrossing lines, and you look at it, you can't read it. It's like, what is that? It's not like a throw up.
Yeah. Our era was so different. I mean, I got my tattoo here. I got the Void tattoo. And this was an outline from Richie Scene from over 30 years ago at records and stuff. I was hanging out over there, and you have pieces from.
This is it's an outline I did in part TDS's book, and then I've Mitch Yes2 tattooed it on me.
Yes2. Yes2. You got any work from Cess too?
No, none from Cess. My brother's got a big Emma Rose on his ribs from Cess. But mostly I get all my stuff from Pond.
Yeah, give a mention for of course Richie Scene. Everybody knows Richie Scene. He's the godfather of graffiti, and give a mention for Cap, MPC Bombing King. Yeah. Who do you got over there?
Me, Case 2, my brother, rest in peace. Right. My brother Brace, rest in peace. And then just
Chop's brother, right?
Chop's brother, Chop KTC, that's his baby brother. Brace Ace, shout out, to all the crews, you know, I Am Okay, OMD, All Stars.
That's it.
Those
Respect.
were all
Respect.
a bunch of dudes we came
You got
up with.
you got any? I mean, you apprentice under a lot of heavy duty guys, right?
Yeah, you know, the whole TFS crew, original TFS.
Right.
You know, He's, Bem, Kaz, freaking Jobs. You know, Zoot 2. You know, Zoot 2 passed away a couple of years ago.
His brother writes that now, right?
Yeah, nah, I think just random people are still hooking them up. You know, but those like the original Ecom, Cord. A lot of people don't even know who some of these guys are now. And you know, and then after TFS, I sort of hooked up with Bomb 5.
Yeah.
You know, Bomb 5 really took me and Way under his wing for a long time. And then over the years, I met with Part TDS and Part like, dude, like I say it all the time, like there's Graff and then there's Part.
Right.
You know, Part is just like, his stuff is so technical, so spot on. Like, you know, he makes you look at when he's showing you like, you know, how he puts his pieces together. Like, it just it opens up your mind to how these pieces really are supposed to come together.
These guys are true like pieces. Like they do burners. You know,
He does burners. I just do.
I never did that stuff. Mark's been trying to get me to paint for years and years and years, and I always said no. Finally got me out there. We were on the first wall. It was by Boston Road, right?
Yeah.
And I did
Shout
my
out to
first
Toon.
thing. Absolutely, yes, Toon. And and Dose MPC. He put me down in the mob. That's one of my crews. I'll rep my crews later on at the end. But I was bombing, man. I that's all I did. That's all I knew how to do. So you guys were piecing like crazy, and I didn't want to do it. You know, I don't want to do something bad. You know, I feel like let me do a throw up over it, and that's it. You know.
It was a long time where we just did silvers. Like we weren't really we were bombing, but not a lot. You know, we were bombing a few highways here and there, and like mainly just on the 6 line. You know, we just wanted stuff on all lines.
6 line.
But when we went elsewhere, when we went to other lines, we were trying to do silvers along the tracks or on a rooftop.
This is all alleged stuff. You know, like alleged.
And just for the record, I definitely am not a burner. I'm a super toy. Yeah. And like these guys bombed. I painted trains, but like not on a large scale. I never did like blockbusters or burners or top to bottom. A lot of you guys did that.
You're in that era.
I just did throw-ups and tags, and not even a lot of them. I wasn't like, I never kinged nothing. I kinged the bottom of my stairs in my building with a pilot. You know what I mean? I kinged that hard.
We got to mention I'm going to give out the crews right now. MPC, IA, the Mob, WPC, and SFI. My boy Charlie Echo's crew. Charlie Echo's, he's my boy. He doesn't want to get on camera. That's all good. I'm not pushing nobody. Crews. KTC was original,
KTC,
right?
KTC, MPC, I Am Okay.
I forgot IA too. I forgot
IA. I'm down with IA.
For Jerry Jur, right?
Jerry Jur, IA.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of TFP. You know, I don't claim to be like an original member or nothing, but I got put down, and it's kind of like an honor for me to keep it alive.
I got UA in there too. I forgot UA, man. I forget all my crews, man. Because I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm really. I can really represent them. You know, UA is a crew of kings. You know, and
but you were there. You did your thing with them. You know.
What do you got? You got some crews?
Yeah, I mean TFS. I'm okay. My boy up in Washington Heights, SB, G-Stack. You know, that was it. And then later on, like I said, Most Wanted with Bomb 5. And then, you know, when I painted a lot with Part, you know, I know Part, you know, there was some younger guys that were pushing up TDS and stuff. And I know, like, I feel like I'm down, but, you know, that's not my place to put that crew up. You know, I wasn't bombing in the 70s, you know, even though I'm down with the Prez. It's just not my place. But yeah, KTC, absolutely, you know. Grace and Dread. And, you know, when I was really young, I used to go hang out over there.
Dirty Warner, shout out Dirty Warner. Real quick on the Part tip. Part to me is like there's graffiti writers, and then there's dudes that are like style masters. To me, like a style master is a dude that does a piece, and sight unseen, you know that style. he can not write part. He can write something else. But you look at it, you're like, that's a part piece. He's a style master. He's created his own thing, and it's, you know, undeniably fresh. Yeah, but it's undeniably fresh, and he's been doing it forever. You know, like you think about Part, he's been killing Broadway forever, and you know, with like Fudge and like all of these dudes that he painted with. It's like, wow.
Air 167.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And,
I was
mention for Antu, that's
Antu KTZ.
Lost cousin, right? Antu is SOG, right?
SOG,
that's his crew, right? And Ant, what's up, man? Come for the sit down.
For you.
We're waiting for you.
We're here, bro.
Here.
I talked to you last night, late night. Me and Anthony were up. You were asleep. I sent messages out because I wanted to prep for today. And this was great, man. We've been sitting talking. We've been talking for an hour, you know, even before we started filming, and talking about everything. I went to Sturgis with Charlie Echo and Mount Rushmore and Paulie SK. And I want to mention right now, I sent a message to Chris from Orion Tattoos. Chris, I got the JimmyVoid Sit Down, the sign up there you made for me, and I'm gonna bring the camera closer. Maybe we'll get a better look at that right there. All right? Yeah, man, that's beautiful stuff. And so what kind of bike you got? We're talking Harley. Now we're gonna talk Harley Davidsons right now.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I got a 2014 Dyna Street Bog that I put a lot of work into it, changed a lot of things on it, sort of making my own. And then I also have a 98 Sportster that I had 15 years ago. I got pictures of my kid on it that's 18 when he was like 2, sitting on the bike. And actually I sold it to Kaz TFS, and he just called me up one day. He's like, you know, you want the Sportster back? So I went and grabbed it.
Really?
So I got that back. And,
shout out to E-Money, who's now riding that bike.
Word.
My son, I gotta keep the freaking garage locked.
Yeah.
But it's a cool bike. I got all my like Bem, you know, Sham, you know, there's a bunch of us. We get together.
George Owens.
Yeah,
shout out to Owens.
So it's just
big respect.
It's a whole, you know, it's just another part of another crew, another.
Yeah.
Bunch of
That's
brothers,
something
you know.
I never got into. When I went to Sturgis with Charlie and we went to Mount Rushmore, we did a day at Sturgis, and it's great to see. We went to Indian Larry's. You was talking about that right there.
Yeah.
And it was closed up. We couldn't even get in to look at anything. So, what are you riding?
Right now, my main ride is a 2000 Heritage. It's basically stock. I mean, I've done a couple of little things. You know, I powder coated some FXR wheels on it. I got a red seat on it, some red grips, you know, a couple of nice little badges that I've put on it, you know, custom made stuff. But as far as the motor, it's pretty much stock. I also picked up a 87 Electric Classic that I'm working on, that I'm gonna spruce up. I'm not a bagger guy, but it was a deal I couldn't pass up. I just got rid of my shovel. I built my dream bike. You know, I built my dream bike from the ground up, and I had to get rid of it, but it went to a good home. Shout out to Hazel out in Arizona. He sends me pictures of the bike, you know, and he's a true enthusiast. You know, again, motorcycles for me, it reminds me a lot of graffiti. There's like a certain level of camaraderie. You know, that it's not necessarily about the bike. You know, like I talk to Tore at least once, twice a week. You know, we're on the phone or we're texting. And, you know, we're talking, you know, and sure, it might have started out with graffiti and motorcycles, but it's evolved to other things. You know, hey, listen, I got this going on in my life. I got that going on, you know. And we're talking like friends, you know.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing. And then we get together and we ride, and then I make fun of him because he's a Dyna boy. He's got the T-bars, he's got the whole thing. You know, but it's all right. I still love him, you know. We got love for him, you know.
Hey, that's the bond. That's the bond that we have.
Yeah.
You guys have the motorcycles too, and you got all kinds of other dudes in there. I can't even walk and chew gum. I say it all the time. What am I gonna do? You know, I would love to drive a motorcycle. I got the avoided Mustang avoided 86 over here, but
that's what I was gonna say. Shout out to 50 Posse. You know, you out there doing your thing with that. You know,
and I'm gonna say it right now. And two, I did this canvas last night. I did the background for this canvas last night, right? And these guys are graffiti guys with me. We painted, you know, through the years, and I got some markers over there. I want to ask you guys to do some tags on there.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna mention right now, I want you to tag on that because you sat with me for a sit down. And while we're doing that, I'm gonna make some quick mentions right now. I got my Three River right here, okay? And
I need one of those.
John, Three River Blades,
That's
represent.
right.
We need it. We need
a
it.
fillet knife for the boat.
We need a fillet knife. We were talking about that. John, I'm gonna hook up you tomorrow, okay? This is absolutely unbelievable, but I actually, JimmyVoid, that I do podcasts with Three River Blades, I won the Three River Blades knife giveaway for 50,000 subscribers. He called me this morning. He told me, dude, you won the knife. I can't believe it. It's like a $500 knife. It's a Marpat knife. It's beautiful. I'm gonna show it on tomorrow's podcast. And the day before, a guy, Hot Metalworks on IG. It's hot with a dash. Metalworks. No, it's the dash. There's a little discrepancies with somebody playing illegitimate accounts or something. They were playing games with that. But he called me up. He sent me a message. Yo, you won. You and Three River Blades. We won this build he makes called the Talon, and it's like a loop with a hook that comes down. So I want to give a mention for Hot Metalworks. I think they're in Texas, and Hot with a /Metalworks on IG, and I'm definitely gonna show it off on the next podcast I do. You guys are killing
Was
it.
I supposed to do that? I was supposed to do just the
Of
tag.
course. Hey, wait, whatever, man. First come, first serve.
I'm like a Bogart artist, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
I'm stealing the whole panel over here.
I'll make a new one, man. You know.
Yeah.
So we've painted a couple walls, and the both of them helped me out. And I'm kind of rusty on that. I got like 200 cans inside. Charlie Echo's always trying to get me to go paint, but it is what it is. I'm doing my thing over here, and then we got to talking. JimmyVoid sit down talking truth, and that's what we're doing. This is our first graff sit down.
All right, but you know what? One of the things that I love about you, when I'm going through, I don't spend a whole lot of time on social media, because I got very little brain cells left, and like when I feel like when I use social media, I kind of like they jump out of my ears in parachutes, So
social media is like the administration,
yeah,
like the government. They're corrupt.
But I love, when I scroll through and I see you sitting down talking to somebody, I'm like, all right, you know what? At least 5-10 minutes I'm going to spend here listening to them. Awesome. And it's weird because, listen, people are different all over the world, but maybe it's because we come from the same cloth,
we can relate,
or whatever. Like I feel like I agree with you, like on a lot of these political topics, a lot of these hot topics.
Yep.
And sometimes I think because again I'm so much more different than like my family per se in a lot of these aspects, at least my immediate family. And I feel like maybe I'm crazy, like why am I feeling this way? Why am I doing it this way? And then I have my reasons. And then when I hear you talking, it's like, that's the reason. That's exactly the reason. That's exactly why.
For full disclosure, and we don't have to mention how much you have, but we were talking cryptos, and my man has Bitcoin. He's in Bitcoin, right? So and your son is trying to get into cryptos too.
Me to get in.
Look at this. This is what we have to do because the dollar is losing all its buying power because they're printing it out of control
and giving it away.
The debt is going crazy, and they're crippling us, man. We got to get these Democrats out of here, and everybody got to support Tina 40 for Congress. All right, Tina is she's got our backs. She's a strong, powerful woman that she used to do Spartan races and stuff, and she just happens to be my wife's cousin. But that's not why I would support her anyway. So Tina, we're behind you all the way. And we got to get this administration out of here and start getting some people that can relate to us and our problems and our troubles, all right?
Yeah, listen, the main reason I came on here was because I wanted to talk politics. I wanted to let people know. Absolutely. It's kind of crazy, listen, I've got children, right? So they're the, in theory, they're the future of the world.